What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight? Hope y'all doing all right. This your boy, Big D. I came on here tonight just to chit chat with y'all for a minute. If anybody's paying attention, I guess the thing that I'm getting at and talking about, man, is you know, we have been bamboozled, real bad. I mean, really, really bad. And a lot of us act like that we just don't, either we don't care or you want to play blind to the facts, you know what I'm saying? To the fact of, what's really going on. And I'm gonna start it off with this. One thing for sure is this, before I get all the way in, is that a couple of the people, I'm proud of the people that have came forward to talk about D.L. Hughley, Ricky Smiley, Plies, Joy Reid, what's that child name? The one that peer educated and just mental retarded. What's her name? Jasmine Crockett. Also, brought the attention to Hakeem Jeffries and things of that nature. And Barack. And for anybody that want to sit back and want to question the fact of me having a disdain taste for these people, feel free to feel the way you want to feel. The truth of the matter being is I once, promoted Barack when he so-called went in for his second term, his first and second term. I did canvas. I did as much as I could possibly do to get him in there, only to be disappointed. At that same notion, I just wanted people just to think for a minute, just to really, really think. It's sad that we have a situation where, we was fooled about insurance and how everybody should have it, and the thing about his mama and cancer and stuff of that nature. If it's true, so be it. But if not, as I feel it ain't, I feel like it was a gimmick for people to feel some kind of way, and it feels like it's a gimmick to everything they have us believe in. It's a gimmick. It's nothing real about it. But one of the key things that I wanted people to tonight to really sit back and think about is we have been conditioned to not even remember anything or put two and two together. Now, if you know like I know, and you all know, you can't run away from this, you can't hide from this, you can't, it's just in your face. It's just too many things where you can't even get away from it. But the thing of the matter is he at one point, he sat back and told us that we need insurance. And we all parade and, got rallied behind it. Yeah, we all need insurance. We need insurance. We all need insurance, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We all need it. But in the reality, we really didn't need it. It was a gimmick. It was a gimmick to get in your pockets and to play you. Just think about it. You was offered to have insurance, and if you didn't get insurance, you got penalized. You was told that it was going to be a pandemic, an outbreak before it even happened. It was coaching you into what they was about to do to you, but you believe and you love so much that you sat back and you just went with it like, he could foresee the future just like anybody else. They just foreseen the future for you, just like they foreseen the future with you, with Trump. And y'all fell in on that, for all y'all people that's, I don't like Trump, it's whatever with that, you can't change people's mind. But one thing you can do is bring it back to where they need to be relearn, reevaluate, about what they're seeing right now. But the deal is, we sat back and we believed in a man that sat back and had a plan out for us the way he was gonna maneuver on us with the rest of the other people. And that's what happened. We got bamboozled. We got, it was just some crazy stuff that happened. They tended to play us on our intelligence. And with that being said, it's like when they told us about the pandemic, Barack set it up with the insurance thing and the world trade. It was all orchestrated so smoothly. And the world trade really didn't have anything to do with it, but probably the deceased that came from the world trade played a big part in it. And what I mean by that, like, they sat back and they told you how COVID was hitting real hard, hitting people. And like, as of right now, they are like really orchestrating it again. They putting stuff in our food, in the air. They are doing this. If you didn't pay attention while while the government was shut down, me myself, because I take note of myself and everything that goes on with me, I was having like some kind of itchy throat, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on. I was like, I said, Dad, what's going on? What's up with this right here? You know what I'm saying to myself, and it did like that for a long time. And then when the government shut down and all that stuff wasn't getting sprayed in the air, it left. But the minute the government opened back up, it came back again. See, some things that happens where you can't deny what's really going on. You sit back all day long and play like, yeah, man, it's a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. People, they know what they're doing. They're doing it. They're doing it faithfully. And it's crazy because I sit back and I try to figure this out. Like, who do not, like, really don't see exactly what's going on. Like, what is it that you're not catching, or you're not, it's not sitting with you. It's funny because the truth of the matter being is, like, they did this to us and they doing it to us, and people just playing blindly like they don't see it, or they don't recognize it, or they don't, it's just not like dawning on them. Even in the process of all this happening, they had y'all people looking for what was that? A giraffe having a baby, And I sat back the whole time and I watched. I said, man, look at these niggas. I said, they sitting back looking around and everything, talking about when this baby gonna be born, or when this is gonna happen, when that's gonna happen. And I'm sitting back like, are y'all serious? Is this what we done come to, where, they telling you this is happening, that is happening, and you worried about a giraffe having a baby? It was wild. And then not even that. Even with that, they sat back and they told you that so many people was dying. I was working in the hospital at that time, and I was right there at the emergency room. I didn't see nobody coming in. I didn't see nobody coming out. But all I know, they were broadcasting like the whole, the emergency rooms were like overfilled and everything. I don't know why they did that, but well, I know why they did it, but that's what they did. And with that being said, it was like I just had the time to think. And I would go back to the news and I would look. I said, dang, every time they showing you the picture, they got on repeat of these bodies they pulling out of New York and nowhere else. I said, you know what? I said, people might not understand that the World Trade, when that building fell, or when that had happened, bodies are up there rotting. Even as of right now, it's probably still up there rotting. And people are not even self like acknowledging the fact that these bodies is coming off from up there. It's just bodies that's been laying around. They had a stench up there in New York, and they were just laying around from 9/11 because eventually the best was going to kill them anyhow. So it was like hitting, killing two birds with one stone. They was able to use that to be able to navigate their way out of the situation that they had going on. But it is wild. It is wild. And I wish that people would really sit back and just think, you know, what other person would be able to tell you, oh, it's gonna be a pandemic. I mean, you do not know that unless you got your hands in on that. Not only that, you think about when it came down to, getting a shot. They try to get forceful. They try to make you take the shot, and not only that, they they were offering you stuff. And whenever somebody offering you something, you gotta watch out for that. They had $1 million raffle tickets you could get, free food. They worked on you due to your how you call it, people need money, so you can win a raffle ticket. People are hungry out there. Hey, you get a free sandwich, just get the shot. And it's like I don't understand how people didn't sit back and say to themselves, hey man, that's crazy. Why would they do that? Or why it didn't dawn on them, how that went down. So me myself, I just sat back and I just looked. I said, man, this is wild. I said, they really getting down with trying to fool people or, manipulate people right now. It's just something to think about. I think that most people need to sit back and actually think about what's really going on. You know, they need to sit back and say to themselves, hey man, these jokers trying to get us. Now, yeah, I voted for Trump for whoever, you know, needs to know that. I care less. I mean, one of the reasons, I voted for him because he sort of spoke on my level when it came down to things that I believed in and I wanted to happen. Ain't had nothing to do with no. I don't care nothing about no grabbing nobody by the pussy and things of that nature. I don't care nothing about nothing like that. Or you can't tell me the man prejudice and all the stuff that he done for black folk. It's just hard to pull that off. I mean, to somebody that ain't conditioned to believe anything that anybody say. Um, it was just something else. I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. I quite didn't understand it. Didn't like it. Didn't care too much for it. But it's sad because you could love your people, and when you sit back and you watch your people, and they actually it's like you know they actually just sitting there and they don't have anything to say. It's crazy, and I just don't understand how people could sit back and they can not actually see what's happening to them right in front of their face. I just don't see it. But to each his own when it come down to it. I feel that we really need to open our eyes and honestly remember what was going on, back then and how they was doing what they was doing. Because they're about to try it again. They're gonna do it again. And it's not gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It's gonna be something terrible. They're gonna actually, make it worse than what it already is. And it's gonna be hard on people. It's really gonna be hard on people. You're not gonna be able to maneuver like you want to, and they know what they're doing. That's just like most people sit back and we can talk about Trump if you want to, but the reality to Trump deal, um, you have everything he's doing. We're trying to clean everything up. they're gonna use that. They're gonna use that muscle he used to make things happen once they get him out of office. They're gonna use that to try to hurt the people. I'm telling you. And the first thing that they're gonna throw in your face when they do it, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, y'all allowed Trump to do it, so we doing it." And that's gonna be they giddy up on it. That's gonna be what they feel they have a right to say or do to you. And it's gonna be so wrong, but they're gonna do that. That's just something that they're gonna do. And really ain't nothing that you can do about it because they're gonna make sure that they succeed with what they do. They're evil people, very nasty people. Um, but you know, I just got on here today just to, break some bread with you because I'm about to open up and just start, posting again, doing my little podcast. I had took a break for a minute. I had to get my thoughts together and see what was really going on out here. I had to evaluate people and things and situations. And, I see something one way and somebody else may see something another. I don't get offended with how people look at things, but it seems that people get offended the way I look at things. And that became an issue for me. Don't do that if I'm not doing it to you. That's basically what it was. But I'm not going to get into all that. But anyhow, this is me just chopping it up with you for a second, be able to break bread with you. And I hope that y'all tune in when I do come back in. I don't have a basic time that I'll be coming in on here, but I will be setting it up for you to know. I just wanted to get on here and just talk to you for a minute. But other than that, I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope y'all have a good night. I'm about to get on out of here and just get my thoughts together.